You give me
I can make it. Yeah, I know.
I'm destroying the team.
I'm trying to
let
see
him play that. Let
They
him
can
play
swing us. I know. We need to get barrels over here because they can look down on us. They're not going to be in for a long time though.
But yeah, they're just farming the
I
other
got the
room.
ult excel. Do you guys need?
Can we shoot him on?
Yeah.
Start
Start
crossing left.
rig them.
100 crossing. They're shooting. They're shooting out.
Thuggets have identified their threats. They're focused on the team on high ground and how long they can outlast with their position. We'll see if they can convert, as right now CIMJ start eyeing the position of Thuggets and very quickly get taken out. That is 8 KP for the Thuggets from low ground, and they start moving up on ROC. A very dangerous proposition with Exterminators on one side, ROC on another. Thuggets seem to have moved themselves into a scenario where, unfortunately, their only way is between these two scary teams. Let's see what they can do. No catalyst, no safety, and ROC not willing to overextend.
Yeah, I mean, look, they've popped the evac tower. I don't know if that's going to really help them a lot. As soon as ROC start picking over, though, they are looking at Exterminators, and Thuggets maybe can just survive for the meantime. They were the ones who cleared out Virtus Pro and Pro Gaming up the top and gave themselves a chance to win this. Can they pop in here and third party at the right time?
They should be able to. I mean, ROC are resetting on this high ground, and it is disastrous for them. Exterminators go down, and a second place for Thuggets is absolutely fantastic. ROC come in. They claim the victory.
Cannot believe that Masters of Evil has managed to continue just to sneak up right on the underside of this rock and still stay alive. You can see Shopify trying to figure out what they want to do here. Are they going to go for that low ground and fight Masters of Evil, try to go for the KP, or do they want to try and stay alive, see if it forces ROC out of position as they don't have too much cover to work with? This is where it's all going to pop off, Dia. It's just this final 3v3v3.
And you called it out. Maggie is going to make the biggest difference. Drill usage is going to make the biggest difference. ROC are essentially out of space to play on the inside and have to use Alter if they want to get out. This drill could cook their entire game plan. And ROC, they're going for it. They are put in the no-win situation up against Shopify Rebellion, and they full send.
I cannot believe that happened, and somehow the shots are connecting right now. Masters of Evil, they go down trying to play third party, and ROC wins match number 2. Dia, how did they stay alive?
Insane that they managed to find a position that was, I mean, Ninjas and Jumps had nothing else to do but to try and look and find an angle there, and they still couldn't. That's incredibly well done from the Exterminators to find a safe angle to pull that res off. Meanwhile, Blinks are, no! Someone's finally seen him, and the issue with one person seeing him is the whole lobby sees where those traces are going.
Seems like the Exterminators really did end up living up to this, jumping down onto Blinkster. We've still got 4 squads left, but they found the rat, and Exterminators are not going to give up easily. Ninjas in Pajamas doing the same thing to Liquid that Liquid did to Grow moments before. Naughty already down, Jelly fallen, Exterminators are out. That means Oblivion's rat is still alive. Blinks are right underneath his vein right now. Slowly but surely, Ninjas in Pajamas are going to have to give up the high ground. And this is where they could really run into trouble.
Yep, slowly is one way to put it, but these drills are just dominating Ninjas, Team Liquid Alienware. Finally, Nip do find the shots to take down.
Here they go.
Blinks, but here we go, 3v3.
Wrecking Ball comes out. Kurev trying to retain as much high ground as possible. Does end up watching McLovin and Kurev go down. This is so rough. Liquid Alienware pull off the most insane reversal of all time and take the 3rd win of the day.
Great decision and timing there out of Shopify to really bring the fight onto Oblivion. Oblivion didn't have a lot of space to play behind there, so that was well fought by Shopify, now earning them the best position for this final circle as VP are starting to see if they can clear out 5-star team on their left right now. That would really open up a lot of breathing room for VP if they're able to do so.
Well, we were expecting teams to come at Oblivion Shopify Rebellion just did it a little earlier than they were expecting. So now they do take over. I'm not going to call it God spot, but certainly the most advantageous position in this circle right now. Virtus Pro 5-star and DGAP have to consider now their next approach. 5-star will be pushed out first, and we can see them just trying to be a little sneaky with the Void Passage to get out here, but Virtus Pro are leapfrogging their way forward with the barriers.
Not only are 5-star in the crosshairs of VP, but DGAP is right there, and Shopify is watching it all go down. You can see Shopify clearing out that cover that VP had put down, making sure that they don't feel as comfortable directly across from where Shopify is. So good job. At least kind of defending their space just a tad. You see those pings coming through. DGAP does go down as 5-star make the push in, and now it's down to top 3.
Okay, so 5-star take the position away from them, but how much longer can they last out? Meanwhile, VP use the nades to absolutely shred Shopify Rebellion apart. Oh my god, we do have the last 3v3, but in the blink of an eye, Virtus Pro will do the last bit of damage that they pretty much promised with the triple crack I think they got from the nade.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think Thuggets win this game. They've got a Gibby. There's a Maggie on the other side. They've got to drop down out of here with Unreal Nightmare. This looks almost impossible, but I want to hear how Thuggets approach it. So really quick, let's take a listen in with the Thuggets.
We're just going to have to play for second, or we play super late on this left side.
I can give you them soon. I'm gonna go give you them probably soon. It's kind of better on our side.
Not yet.
Right here. Bro, we could just play left. Look, like right here.
That's what I said.
Okay, we should probably do that. We should do that before we get.
We have
Just
to play.
start setting up right here. Start setting up right here.
Okay.
Right here.
Choke. We can just drop, bro. They can't swing our back.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna stay up here for a little.
I'm staying up top.
They're cattling.
I know.
Game plan is set. Unreal Nightmare yet to leave the building, but Thuggets, they called it. They're playing left, and Shopify Rebellion are having none of it.
Oh my god, Maggie Ball pushes them all the way back, and cover is useless in the face of a mad Maggie, and she is furious right now. Unreal Nightmare should be able to come in from within the armory. Surely they take this one.
Yeah, I mean, Unreal Nightmare, they just watched the game be served up to them. I respect Shopify Rebellion for going on that push, for recognizing they needed to take out the Thuggets. They've already moved up, like we said. They've clinched regional finals. If they can find a victory here, it would be massive for them. And with Grow and 100 Thieves both having to fight almost directly on top of the Masters of Evil, it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Oh, they've shot themselves up, what, 5 places on the leaderboard just in this game, Dia. They've gone from a potential 20th place finish to now something like 15, so potentially giving themselves some better picks as we go into that regional finals. Now we've got the final 3 squads, 100 Thieves. They've been sitting in this building for the longest time, and they are about to get pushed out. They will be pushed into the waiting arms of Grow Gaming, who are sitting in the coffin, and then, of course, Masters of Evil, plotting their evil, nefarious schemes from below.
You can hear that Wraith Portal. Grow Gaming know it as well as we do. That means the Masters of Evil are right underneath Grow.
Ooh.
Rampart walls all set up, waiting for the drop down from Grow, who granted do have a Gibby bubble, but you only get one. And there's very little space to play. 100 Thieves, their play is obvious. They've got the wall that is off to the north that will keep 100 Thieves safe for at least a little while longer. But harassing Grow off this high ground would do them a lot of favors. One Gibby ult, one Gibby bubble to keep Grow alive.
You can see Dropped is holding onto that for as long as he possibly can, but that ultimate is what makes these final circles so hard to play against for Gibraltars. He uses it against 100 Thieves. They will counter with the Gibby bubble, but after this, what have they got left to play with?
Full res for Phony, and this may be the time for 100 Thieves to trade with an ultimate of their own. They're going to hold on to that, sitting on the low ground, letting Grow pile up a little bit more and actually take the high ground away from 100 Thieves. Out goes the fuse ult, however, from behind, and that's the Masters of Evil getting involved. Knocked focuses behind him, but really you can only pick one or the other. Do you take out 100 Thieves? Do you take out Masters of Evil? Or do you get nothing done and expire in the fire and the flames? Grow Gaining have knocked drop down, but they fall, and 100 Thieves strike back from above to take the win in Game 6. No altar for the squad means that Trix has to pull off a portal play from inside. Billy's got an EMP to rip, making things a little bit more chaotic on the outside. But Trix has got to pull the portal play. Let's see where he goes, sending him off on a mission. Can he find a safe space? Trix places the portal on the lower floor, and on dogs do end up sending Ronin, taking them out.
But damn, they've got, how many kills is that? 7 kills already on the side of On Dogs, doing very well. VCGO are out. ONIC, I love their little spot that they were playing on the outside. And now we've got MVMI peeking over the side here and continuing to pick up KP, but also just secure their unassailable position on the high ground.
NVMI did all their work in the mid game. They know that at this point, the game is theirs to win. ONIC, the last surviving squad on the low ground, stands no chance against the Peacekeepers and the gas that is being rained down on them. YQ's done a lot of damage, but even that cannot challenge the position that NVMI earn as the winners of Game 1. I don't know about this one, Glitter. This could go either way.
I think this is going to be a fun ending. Credit to ONIC, too, though, for being able to acquire that high ground as we wait to see what Nasky does with the final bullet in this Kraber. Will it connect and make a difference? At least it's keeping the teams off of them for now, combined with the Sheila and the Rampart walls. So this could be a big moment for Trojan. ONIC waiting in the wings to see what they do, and SLR just hoping no one looks at them right now off to the side, as they don't have a whole lot of cover to be working with here. This is going to be all down to whichever team makes the first move.
Trojan are going to need nades in order to clear ONIC out from behind this amped cover. There goes one. Skynade not connecting onto EQ, but he watches it. Next one does a tickle of damage, but it's a very awkward spot for 07.
Wow.
And they come right underneath now. Smooth moves. SLR, though, looking to punish.
Oh, this is rough. ONIC looking down onto Trojan as they start doing lots of damage. This could open up. SLR peeking around the side to do damage onto them as well. ONIC doing a great job managing both of these teams below them, forcing them to move in onto Trojan. SLR take Trojan out. It's all down to ONIC on the high ground to close out match number 2 here. The PK putting in work for Zidane, and it's a little ring around the rosy here between these shields before ONIC is able to close out match number 2.
Great close, and like you talked about, the control over other teams was really the focus for me. The fragger for the squad is going to look for an alternate angle to take, not a kidnap, just a space that says, hey, look at me, do not look at my team. Out goes the amped cover, but this alternate angle from Zidane takes out Pablo, which is the first nail in the coffin for Take Flight. YQ swings, but now needs a little bit of help from Zidane to stabilize the rest of the roster. Pablo was not finished off. It's 2v2. And YQ wants to make those numbers an advantage. Zidane covers for him, and Take Flight get a res of their own. No inherent healing on this, though. Pablo's got to heal up on his own. Zidane swings through the fences. Low, but still alive.
That was so risky. I mean, the Wraith could have got snapped in the open there. It does kind of work out in the end, but eventually returns to the fold to take this as a 3v3 with the team. Oh my god, he's got that charged up again already. Is that the same Wraith? It is. There's only one left alive.
And he's going for the same play, finding an angle that forces Take Flight to look at him at the expense of looking at the rest of his team. Kizaron playing small right now. We know we have the Wraith portal back up. When's the EMP coming back up? That is going to be a critical cooldown for them.
Oh my god.
Plays defense on this portal.
YQ actually
jumps on in, plays safe, plays close range now, peeks with the Peacekeeper, and just holds hands with his team and swings. Take Flight are down 1, Take Flight are down 2, and Take Flight are taken down by ONIC in Game 3.
for the 3rd game in a row. Left alive. Only 2 of the Empire members have made it thus far. They're trying to get the res, I believe, but now 2 down. It's just up to the Rampart player.
Roadhouse is also the only team that also has a Gibby on top of the Rampart for the added cover here, which as these teams condense in a little bit further will be very, very useful. Empire Gaming does end up going out at the hands of Cybercats, and Roadhouse and Cybercats are now in a 3v3 across from each other here for these final moments.
Yeah, I mean, look, and Luke is about to get his 3rd ultimate back up, and once he's got 3 Stinger Bolts, I just don't know if there's any way that Cybercats will be able to find safety, will be able to find any reprieve from the Sheila and Stinger Bolt nonsense that is about to assail them.
Not only that, but Blast is being so annoying with the scout right now. Roadhouse is just waiting for Cybercats to make their move, knowing that they have so much damage at their disposal, like you were saying, that this should be an easy cleanup. Beautiful shots into Cybercats. Alonzi goes down, and now it's just the final shots here out of the hands of Roadhouse to clean up this match number 4. The cracks come through, the Gibby's giving the extra damage, the added cover, the final push is big, and the PK closes out match number 4.
Oh my, I didn't even mention the defensive bombardment. And it works. Legion goes back. They don't want to take that fight now. And now we've got a situation where there's sort of the haves and the have-not. We've got teams up the top, teams down the bottom. They may eventually funnel into that hole in the middle. But who knows? Like, is it going to be a heal-off ending? This is going to be a crazy end zone either way, dear.
Take Flight are still alive, by the way. Top 5 for Take Flight is huge. We said they need a pop-off game, and while they haven't been super loud, a win here, or even a top 2 with some good KP, could keep hope alive for Take Flight in their journey to the regional finals. But it will all hinge on this fight up against SJP2, whose only option is seemingly to walk straight into Take Flight. These 2 teams will have to fight each other.
It seems almost inevitable. You can see them measuring up their opponents, and 3 hits with the scout is enough to get the crack. Not enough to start sending on, though. We can see a Stinger, I believe, giving Take Flight a little bit of vision onto SJP2.
Go next, Fall. Catwall is out. Is this aggressive or defensive? Take Flight do not know, so they answer with one of their own, creating a dark corridor in the middle where neither team wants to peek. ONIC's trying to defend it right now, but only a few seconds left on these Catwalls, and Take Flight still in the sightlines of SJP2. Remember, Legion are on top of all this, and they're fighting with VC Go. VC Go even winning the fight in a 2 versus 3 with Babylon's cleaning things up with the Peacekeeper.
How is that possible? And maybe it was a Kraber difference. Maybe they just know how to work the shotguns, pump after pump. They're coming up, though. We do see the altar coming into play here. This is perfect when you need to bridge the low ground to the high ground. SJP2 are looking for the hip fires and will take the dub.
Just in time for SJP2. Honestly, keep everything in reserve until the last possible second. I will note, ONIC have control of 2 Tridents right now, and apparently control of this rock. Citadel not particularly safe, especially when Zidane is taking off angles like this. ONIC aren't even using the Tridents. They're just using this Wraith Portal. It seems to be on no cooldown at all. Zidane goes back. ONIC have a little bit of cover, but their win condition is, of course, to make VCGO and Citadel fight.
YQ, he's got 3 of the 4 perks available to him on the core stick, and you can see they're going to start lobbing barrels at each other at this point because the core sticks are going to be everything as this zone closes in and cover becomes unavailable.
Citadel look for their first win of the day. VCGO look for their first. ONIC look for the 3-peat. They are playing different games right now. Citadel playing right around the outside of the building. Have ONIC playing on the inside. hoping to split focus between teams, and it seems to have
my
worked.
God.
Nobody
They're gonna get
is
it.
shooting at EQ. Nobody is shooting at ONIC. They are taking no damage from the rest of the lobby. Down to 2 squads now. It's one member of VCGO against all 3 wins from ONIC Gaming in the last day of EMEA.